Hey, what's up, dudes?
Hey everybody, get your shit together because it's time
To party.
Nothing a man has done that a vibrator can't do better. Let's just
Jesus,
put it that way.
Julia.
So why would I get the whole cow if I could just get the vibrator? It causes more work for me, you know?
Right.
To then have
man.
to change the sheets and block your number and all the
boy.
things.
Well, guys, that's right.
We're gonna start today's episode off with the new queen of podcasting. Her name's what is her name? Her name's Julia Fox. She was in Uncut Gems. She was great. She was great in Uncut Gems. For this story, more importantly, dated Kanye West for a second. It was bad. Can't believe he let this one go because I was gonna make fun of their podcast. I was like, oh, this is probably stupid, their podcast. They're actually very thoughtful, and I kind of like this. I kind of like this podcast now.
But also, like, I don't think there's like I like boys and I like girls. Like, honestly, every single person on this planet is gay.
Yeah.
You know,
I think she missed an opportunity not calling this show Julia Fox and Friends. But I was checking into the broadcast live from the Holy Mountain. This set reminds me of the Holy Mountain, if you ever seen that movie.
Like that to me is like what needs to be censored. Like, I think if we're still out here censoring women's nipples in 2023, but we're not censoring these maniacs that are actually terrorists and breeding terrorism, I think we really need to take a hard look at our culture because, like, what the fuck is going on? You know?
Damn, okay.
If you think a woman's nipple is more dangerous, that can cause more harm than a man, you know, saying the Holocaust isn't real or whatever these fucking psychos are saying. Like,
I could say anti-Semitic things.
You know?
So the Great Julia Fox podcast got me thinking two things. One,
every single person on this planet is gay.
true, and then the other thing is that
What's been up with Kanye West? What's going on with Kanye West?
Two former teachers are suing rapper Kanye West, saying they were wrongfully terminated from his private school, Donda Academy.
it was bad.
Claim they were retaliated against after complaining about unsafe conditions at the Simi Valley campus.
Okay.
Haley says students were given a morning snack of fruit, but those who did not want sushi or didn't bring lunch to school had nothing to eat.
Oh.
Haley says she and her daughter were fired without warning in March.
Our clients were fired for bringing up very serious deficiencies from a regulatory standpoint as far as how the school was being run.
Chuck Bailey Jr. is the father of this basketball star.
Who?
A kid who was recruited to Kanye West's Donda Academy in Simi Valley. Chuck Bailey III is one of many sought-after high school students who were promised the world if they joined the Donda Doves.
They came here to gain earning potential. You know what I'm saying? Their future as far as college, NBA, NIL.
Bailey says those dreams went up in smoke after Kanye made anti-Semitic remarks.
I could say
Bailey
anti-Semitic
says he contacted
things.
the school to ask what they plan to do.
I could say I could say
all classes were on the first floor because, quote, he was reportedly afraid of stairs.
Oh, God.
Okay. Other rules imposed by Kanye West included no crossword puzzles, no jewelry, no color or artwork on the walls.
Wait a second. No crossword puzzles.
That's creepy.
Okay, I don't want to rush to any judgments on this Kanye West school, so let's check this website out. Here we go. Donda. Ooh! Oh, we got the little dove. What's that dove doing? Doing that on my car. My car windshield. And he goes like this. So I don't know about you, but I like the idea of famous artists having some involvement with kids in school, you know, helping young artists. That's cool.
But this ain't it.
It was bad. This definitely doesn't seem great. I'll say that. Here's another thing that came out from one of these teachers, from one of the Donda teachers. They definitely wanted to suppress a lot of information in reference to history, Haley said. They didn't want the kids to really know about African American history or Asian American history. The Holocaust was also admitted from Donda Academy curriculum. Oh boy.
I could say.
Now, I do have to say many of my viewers agree with this view.
And you watching this, you probably definitely do, but I'm going to take a stand here and say no.
No.
I'm gonna draw the line and say that that's wrong. This is from the Daily Beast. They did an interview with the fired teacher who's suing Donda Academy. Donda Academy did not have a school nurse on staff or medical access. It was not following nutrition guidelines, and it did not have any security precautions. Oh boy. These kids were doing this. And they were even doing this. Haley also described parents who, for the most part, seemed enthralled by West's cult of celebrity to the Daily Beast. Tuition at the allegedly deeply dysfunctional Donda Academy was 15,000 bones. Whoa. This is where things get a little
weird.
It was more about the parents wanting to be in control of the school so they could say they have influence with Mr. West. I think that's what's really going on day to day with their kids. Yeah, so when I first heard about this, I was like, okay, that could be kind of interesting, like a little artist colony for children or something like that, run by a famous artist. Okay. But what it seems more like this might be is just like the pet project of a demented rich guy, a demented famous rich guy, and then the people sending their kids there are like, oh, he's so famous. Okay, so this is a lawsuit, so we don't know really exactly what's going on yet, but if any of this stuff is true, then it's kind of like some delusional, rich famous guy just thinking like, this is what he's thinking, okay? It's, oh, I'm such a genius. If I just put my genius ideas on this, then those kids will be much better. And then the kids go like this. Okay. And then they look at Kanye and they go, Dad! But what's funny about this, though, is people are looking at the story and they're like, oh, what a lunatic. What a wacky story. What a bunch of bullshit.
What a bunch of this.
What a
weird.
Okay, we get it. This school is
disgusting.
Also, shit looking kind of dilapidated. I thought, when I heard Kanye West was starting a school, I thought it would be like some sleek. I thought it would look like his STEM player.
Kanye West and Kano STEM player.
Like the whole school would look like that. What is this dilapidated ass shit, bro? But we look at the story and we're like, oh, this is so goofy. What a goofy story. But if you look into the ideas and the debates about school in America, this is not that far from the mainstream view of school.
A study released about a week ago. Toilet.
Yeah.
On the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation multi-million-dollar, multi-year effort aimed at making teachers more effective.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Showed that those efforts, I've seen figures anywhere from $600 to $700 million.
Dad!
The report that they commissioned, it's like a 500-page report by the Rand Corporation, showed that it didn't work.
Oof.
Didn't work at all.
Oh. You might even say it was a big
toilet.
Come on, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sam Cedar is always talking about this, and I always wondered, like, why is he always talking about this? It really is an amazing story, and it's basically Bill Gates did kind of the same thing that Kanye West doing, just less funny. I'm a genius. I'm gonna fix schools. I'm gonna fix schools basically by myself. And goddamn Bill Gates was running around doing all these TED Talks, basically saying, we got a big problem with schools. Poor kids are doing bad in schools, So the conclusion and the solution that Bill Gates came up with was like, we just got to get good teachers in these schools where kids are doing bad, in these poor schools.
But the more we looked at it, the more we realized that having great teachers was the very key thing.
Okay.
And so we hooked up with some people studying how much variation.
Every single person on this planet is gay.
Oh my God, it looks like there's one comment on this video too. And this person's got it right. Is there anything more timely out there? What would he say now? And I think the reason he's saying that is because this came out about 4 years ago. This is from the Washington Post. Bill Gates spent hundreds of millions of dollars to improve teaching. New report says it was a bust. Whoa.
Every single person on this planet is gay.
The report also found that. Interesting.
Not sure what their methodology was on that, but okay.
This is from the Washington Post article. The findings revive questions about whether the country is well served when America's wealthiest citizens choose pet projects and fund them so generously that public institutions, policy, and money follow, even if those projects are not grounded in sound research. Oh boy. Okay. Such concerns have been raised most often about Gates, because he's the largest education philanthropist by far. And he was a key player in the Obama administration education reforms. Ooh, boy.
Okay.
I mean, look, this is a big topic. You know what I mean? There's a big topic with a lot of moving parts and all that stuff. But what it really looks like with this Bill Gates thing, you know, I'm a genius. I'm a rich guy.
You know, put all my money into my idea, you know?
It's like he conducted this giant social experiment with hundreds of millions of dollars of his own money to disprove his own beliefs, to disprove his own ideology, really.
All right, do you remember when being academically talented was celebrated?
No, I do not.
It doesn't seem to be the thing anymore. Schools are eliminating honors classes for the really smart kids.
I mean, if you look on YouTube, you know, and like MSNBC and all this crap, Fox News, there's hours and hours and hours of content of them going like this. Hours and hours of documentaries, you know, about, oh, how do we fix education? How do we fix education? Hours and hours of this crap supporting ideas like Kanye West ideas, supporting ideas like Bill Gates ideas. And it's all bullshit. Okay, this is a Matt Bruenig article from 2011. 2011? Jeez, that was a time?
Generally speaking,
okay,
Chinese people look Chinese.
Why is that relevant? So the ideas that I'm about to read you were already out there. You know, this wasn't so, oh, we figured out something new. You know, Bill Gates like, oh, I didn't know. This is from the Matt Bruenig article from 2011. Poverty is the real culprit. If teachers and schools are not primarily to blame, then what is? The obvious answer is poverty, or more specifically, economic inequality. The achievement gap is really a wealth-income gap. In fact, that is one of the ways it is defined, the gap in achievement between poor and rich children. So it does kind of seem like Bill Gates, who basically had the same idea as Kanye. Oh, I'm a genius. I'm going to fix it unilaterally, fix schools. Like he was just thinking, oh, I'm going to get around that. I'll go right around that. Just get better teachers in. Here's a couple $100 million. Failure. And I think Matt Bruenig did a really good job at proving this idea that he's describing here. Because he cites all this research where they basically followed two kids from similar, you know, economic backgrounds, whatever. And one goes to a fancy magnet school or whatever, or fancy private school, and the other one goes to a public school, but they're from similar economic backgrounds, and they basically do the same. They basically get the same grades, blah, 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 blah. So Bill Gates' goddamn thing was already disproven before he started doing all this
weird
crap. I mean, man, oh man, we got the stupidest discussions about school in this country. Here's an here's an example right here.
The Joe Rogan
all day, all night. Joe Rogan all day. Okay, go ahead.
Did you see that story in California, by the way, about how they're going to try and reteach math? Did you see this one from the New York Times?
What?
Yeah, it's solid.
Reteach math?
So they're going to figure out how to teach math differently. They said that they don't want to have... They're getting rid of some of the objective standards with regard to math. Kind of parents' revolt going on in California over this because the idea was that there was too much racial disparity in math performance in California, and so changed the standards. Which, by the way, I can't think of anything more racist than that.
Yeah,
like, that is so super racist. It's like, what? Not enough black kids are scoring well on the test. That means that black kids, I guess, are too dumb to do well on these tests. Get rid of the tests. Like, or alternatively, there's an explanation where kids need to study more.
Well, you only find out.
I love that. There's so many examples on YouTube and all this crap of people talking about American education, and they're just like, I don't know. But that's my favorite because it's like,
the problem is people just don't study. The problem is people aren't studying enough.
Yeah, the problem is people aren't studying. That's sort of like if you went to your eye doctor and like, oh, my left eye is blurry. And he's like, well, I think the solution is that you need to see more clearly. Okay, thanks, eye doctor. Bye. That's how that story ended. That guy died. So we always hear blah, 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 blah. We always hear this. We always hear that about Finnish schools. Oh, Finland has the best schools in the world. We're always hearing that. This is my impression of a Finnish student, okay? Warning, it's a little offensive, okay?
Oh, I like going to school here. I like going to school. Have a good... Sorry.
And if you read articles or watch videos about Finland, it's like, oh, well, they eat a certain kind of lunch at school and they have less... You know, they don't spend as many hours in school, and they don't have as much homework, and they go outside more. Oh, that's why it's better. That's why it's better. But they never really connect the dots. Like, oh, in the U.S., there's way higher poverty rate, but there's also even higher child poverty rate. Finland has like a quarter of the child poverty rate Denmark barely has any. Sweden, Norway, barely any child poverty. Okay, that is one good thing about it. That is one thing we're leading in America, USA, #1, child poverty. We're killing it. We're killing it in the child poverty space. I call it a space. It's also really sick, if you think about it, to judge kids this way. Oh, they're just some kids who don't study because they're dumb.
There's just certain kids who are just dumb kids.
Oh, you're just a dumb kid. Sorry. Oh, why? You're just dumb. Why do some kids do good in school and other kids do bad in school? Well, they're just some dumb kids. Okay? Some kids are just born dumb. Dummies. Morons. And we let them know. We look at them and go, you're a moron. Here we go. One of these amazing Vice panels. Here we go. Check this out. Here we go. It's going to be like this.
Every single person on this planet is gay.
You know, so that's what we got. We got right-wing economic situation. So it's like a bunch of kids are going to start the school game in poverty. So they're just obviously going to do worse in school. Higher percentage are going to do worse in school. And then it's right-wing media propaganda that's like, oh, send your kids to a private school because the schools are filled with perverts and indoctrination. Beautiful situation. It makes me go like this.
Uber cars.
Okay, stop. Check out this kooky lady on Patty Betts' show. Here we go.
Miss TikTok's son. You have how many kids?
3.
3. I'm asking how much social interaction they have with other kids.
Okay.
A lot. And
where and when?
I have to ask you why you're asking that.
Ooh. Okay. My fear is that they're probably, I'm not saying your kids, if you're doing homeschooling and you're hanging out with mommy and daddy every day,
Dad!
My fear is that you're not interacting with your peers.
Oh.
One of the
Why
things
is
that
a fear?
What do you, I mean, because you got to get out there and be a part of the world.
Why is that a fear? Oh, your kids don't have any friends. Well, why is that a fear? Why is that a problem? This is the other thing. Just for a reference point, we were talking about Finland. 0.01% of kids are homeschooled in Finland. Basically doesn't happen. In the United States, about 4%. It's actually probably even more than that now because of this, this neurotic lunacy about the school indoctrination is heating up. So it's probably even more now because they're doing this. So yeah, it's like the model that everybody talks about, Finland. You have like a double threat approach to school. You know, it's less poverty, so it's not like, oh, that school's a dump, And then you don't have private schools. So, you're rich. Your kids are going to a public school probably, so they better be good. And then all the teachers are like, master's degree. There's high standards for teachers. So they're going from that angle too. So you don't have kooks like this lady on the Patty Betts show doing this. About public schools.
Well, there we go, guys. I think we've learned a lot, especially that
every single person on this planet is gay.
Okay.
Hope y'all are doing good. We're back. We're back in it. We're back in the bullshit, I call it, and I don't like it.
We punch through, we go like this, okay? Hey, we do our little formation.
We put on our gi for the week and we do our formation. It's not our favorite, but we're doing it, and we're committing
violent crime.
Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Oh, hey, guys.
Guess what? You're not even getting the whole show. If you want every episode and a whole bunch of other
subscribe on Patreon.
Subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. Just click the stupid little link below the video in the comments.
See, right there.
There you go. Click it, and that, yep. When you become a patron for as little as 2 bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday, patron-only episodes. You also get the weekly Bookablega show where we talk about important books. The questions and comments thing where you can ask questions and make comments and all this crap.
And the weekly behind-the-scenes show. All for less than the price of a rancid Charleston chew.
And for only 25 putrid little dollars,
you could become a producer.
That's right, support the show and get your name up here. Look at these people. Look at these people. It make the show possible, okay? God. I mean, without these beautiful people, this show goes straight into the dumpster. A rotten, just wet, disgusting dumpster, behind a restaurant. So there's old milk in there. That's where this show ends up without these people. Is that what you want? Okay, I guess it's okay. No, I guess it's what you want. I'll just leave. Nope. It's done. It's too late. Okay. Here we go. Here's the dump truck. Come to pick up the show. This is what would happen with no producers. Thank you.